shit in my eye. Shoot.
Thanks for starters. What's been your focus this offseason ever since the last time we saw you at the minicamp?
Yeah, this past offseason, I just went in with the mindset, what can I do to get better? You know, just same as any offseason. I remember last year, things didn't go exactly how we wanted them, but a lot to learn from. I went in with the offseason with the mindset, let's get better, let's get back to work, and let's see which ways we can do things that we did last year. I feel like I left a lot of hidden yards out there as far as yards after catch, and a lot of plays I feel like I should have played smarter, but, you know, it's a learning curve. It was my first year. Got a lot to look forward to this year, and I'm excited.
So after leading the league, I mean, number one in yards, number one in catches. I mean, extremely high numbers. We asked the same question of Josh. I mean, you know, do you feel like, are you thinking, how do I improve on that? You kind of just suggested that you think there's still room to improve, but I mean, do you view that as, this is going to be tough to equal what I did last year?
I mean, every year is different. I try not to think too much about last year, just because it's a new year. You know, everybody's starting from ground zero. They got a lot to learn from. People who watched us play last year got a lot to watch as far as like finding new ways to stop us and doing different things. I mean, I trust that my coaches, my quarterback, and everybody involved, you know, we're equally working as hard to try to create new ways to make things happen. And we got excellent pieces on offense. You know, as far as like running the ball, we didn't run the ball extremely well last year. That's something I look forward to this year. I know Motor is definitely looking forward to it, and Zach Moss. So it's just, you know, it's a learning curve. I try not to think too much about last year. It was a great year, didn't end well, and I'm trying to keep it going. So we'll see this year. You know, things might be different. Nothing's ever the same. So I'm just control what I can control.
How do you personally handle increased expectations? Because obviously there's a lot of people who think this team could make a lot of noise again next year.
Yeah. I mean, expectations are exactly what you call them, expectations. You know, as far as like people in the building, people who grind each and every day, as far as like working out each and every day or going to practice. I'm happy to be back at practice, by the way. But those are people that, you know, in control of our destiny. You know, like I said, we started from zero, but you got good expectations, you got bad expectations. You know, what you live up to is kind of solely on you and your team. You know, so however we carry, you know, we don't think too much about it. Trying to keep it humble. We went from a team that huge underdogs to people who got a target on your back. And that's just how it works when you win games. So as far as us, you welcome the struggle, you welcome the challenge, and you look forward to it.
One of the last images from last year was you on the field with Sean in
Yeah.
Kansas City. Cole Beasley said that was kind of a stage that he wasn't ready for because he hadn't been there yet.
Yeah.
How do you build on that? How do you take that moment and what happened in that game and kind of use it to kind of fuel you and get you ready for this year?
You learn from it. Ironically enough, I've been there on the other side in the NFC in a similar situation, real similar. And you just got to learn from it. You know, every team is different. You know, every year is different. So going in this year, everybody can go in the mindset of, yeah, we can try to go back to the AFC Championship. Everybody wants a Super Bowl. Everybody wants all those things. But you got to win game one. And it kind of goes game from game and, you know, week from week and day to day. So if you win today, we can worry about the next day tomorrow. So for us, you just take it one day at a time. And, you know, you have a long view. Everybody has a long view. Everybody wants, like he said, everybody has a lot of expectations for us. But I'm just trying to win today and then win tomorrow and win the games game by game and, you know, kind of like inch it up that way. And at the end of the year, we'll kind of measure the wins and losses and see where we are. But for now, focus on training camp.
How far is a strong image? Is that anywhere?
Say that one more time.
How far is a strong image? Do you have that anywhere in your home?
No, I'm not a huge Billboard material guy. You know, it's definitely an image in my head. I was there. You know, I don't need too much of a picture of it to relive it, but definitely something that's extremely motivating. I was extremely happy for them in that moment, just because they worked extremely hard. They got a great team, and I look forward to seeing them again.
How much is that a rallying cry, like when you need to dig deep? I mean, I know you want to move forward, but how often I guess, in training, have you brought yourself back to that moment, what it felt like watching that to drive you through your training and maybe even drive this team moving forward?
I sound like some movie stuff. I'm not a huge you know, in the movies you see that image, the guy works extremely hard to get back to that point kind of thing. I could write a movie script, by the way. But, nah, that's not me. I got to focus on training camp. You know, we play the Steelers first. I'm going to focus on that. But definitely something in the back of my mind that I won't forget. But it's a team that we'll see often, especially if we're in the AFC. So we'll play them again. You know, not nothing that I'm going to hold on too close. But anybody who knows me, I don't forget anything.
How much do you think Emmanuel Sanders' experience, having been to 3 Super Bowls,
Yeah.
winning one of them, and his skill set's going to help you guys this season?
I feel like it's gonna do what it needs to, as far as like guys who've won, guys who've had success, and I feel like winners breed winners. It's a guy that's been there multiple times. It's a guy that's been in the Super Bowl, had success in Super Bowls. I feel like I told him, I feel like he almost had another one if he would have caught that post. But that was just me talking junk. But as far as like being around guys like that, guys that's been in the Super Bowl, been winning, and a great player. Aside from that, it helps your team. So for us, especially on the wide receiver end, it was some games where, as far as like, you know, we had some guys injured, or we had whatever the case was, and I feel like he's a guy that's not only going to fill a void, but definitely going to play a key role on this team. So I'm heavily motivated. I'm just happy to have him, and you know, I look forward to working alongside of him.
Gabe Davis told me that last year you guys had a little friendly competition going who would catch more touchdowns. He
Yeah.
said he almost had you.
Almost.
Almost. What did you see out of him over the course of his rookie season? Kid who didn't have a preseason or a
Yeah.
training camp like you get now, and what are your expectations for him moving forward?
Yeah, like I try not to put too much pressure on the young guys. As far as like a guy like Gabe, he handled himself extremely well as a professional. He knew what he had. He had success. He handled success well. As far as like with touchdowns, keeping that friendly competition between us. You know, as far as like with players, you guys kind of get it on the back end. But we were talking junk about it all year. As far as like being a receiver, it was hard on this team because, you know, it's only but so many balls that can go around. You know, I'm not going to say specifically on my end, but for a young guy, as far as like trying to grow and trying to become the receiver that he wants to be as well. But he handled it in stride. You know, he's a humble kid. He's a kid that works extremely hard, and it's something that I look forward to him as far as like taking that next next step and that next jump into his year 2. I tell him that all the time now. You know, let me see it. You know, last year you did play pretty well. You did have some success. But it's a lot more football out there for you, and it's a lot more you can obtain, a lot of things you can do better. So let me see that this next year, making that second year jump from a rookie to a sophomore, I guess, or however you dress it up. But I've been there, and I feel like he can handle it, and I'm hoping for his success as well. I feel like, as we all know, we got a lot of weapons on offense, and you know, with Josh and the running backs and the receivers, but it's all about how we're gonna put it all together. You know, and I trust our coaches to do so and put us in the best position to win.
Steph, it's your second year in this offense and the system with
Yeah.
Josh. What are you hoping for in your relationship with Josh on the field? How you guys can mix it up, be different, and have some fun?
Yeah, like we had a little bit of success today as far as like going off script. You have plays that are designed to, you know, work. They work just fine, and then you got some plays that are football plays. And like Josh Allen is a football player, not only just a quarterback, a guy that, you know, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe a guy that just drops back and does everything, but a guy that can go off script and make those throws and, you know, play a little bit of football play. I mean, play a little bit of backyard football, or, you know, extended play, you know. So a guy like that, you want to take that next step with him. You know, certain things that we didn't do well last year, as far as like, I feel like we didn't hit the deep ball well enough. You know, we were pretty good. We were pretty good intermediate, but as far as like hitting the deep ball consistently, you know, me being where I need to be when I'm supposed to be there, and him trusting me. So, Carl's like, continue to grow that relationship, nurture that relationship, and hopefully we can take another step. We had a lot of success, but, you know, every year is a new year, and I want to take another step on him as far as like being the best.
After redshirting for the whole year last year, what have you seen from Isaiah Hodgins, and what does he bring to this offense?
I was about to say, who redshirted? Isaiah Hodge. I mean, even last year, as far as like he wasn't active, but he was showing me clips as far as like him working out, him learning, him crafting, him kind of applying what he was seeing throughout the year, as far as like from us to his day-to-day workouts, because he couldn't do much. And I was like, I see it, you know. Hopefully it translates. That's what I want to see. As far as like you coming out here and being able to compete when you are healthy is going to be the true test. But I can see it clear as day. You look different. You look good. You look like you're learning, because being a receiver is, you know, learning on the fly and, you know, picking up from the guys next to you and the guys that's pushing for you. So he's done a great job up to this point. Hopefully he continues to do that, and hopefully he can have a role in this team. You know, like I said, it's only but so many balls to go around, and we got some good we got some talented guys, but also lucky for us, we got some talented young guys. You know, guys that might be able to step up and do a lot of great things for us. So hopefully he's one of them, and I've just seen him, you know, develop.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks.
Nice meeting, man.
Yeah.